Hello and welcome back to Monster Loves You Too. We got so close last time to escaping the grasp of Sloggoth. Other way, we are now part of the management team of the Hammers, and we are setting out on our first day as kind of with a little more respect from Sloggoth, for better or worse, and we're about to check out the meadows, if I remember correctly. Let's go adventuring! Okay. Oh, of course, my tea is just now ready. Let me pour some of this tea. You check the usual bushes, but there are no eyeberries growing on them. It looks like someone has picked them recently. Put this tea away. Hot, 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 hot. Okay. Passing between two big rocks, you encounter yourself? Your hide prickles at the weird sight, and you raise your claws involuntarily. Keep calm and wave hello? No, we're saving our brains for our friends. It's at this strange thing. The other monsters show no fear, but it doesn't come any closer. Without you, things are duller. Lindity has no ideas. Rock doesn't want to fight, and Gory is talking to rocks. Keep myself still and listen politely. The other monster nods at your display of self-control. But I still think about things. I've been thinking about this. When you scared Gory, you looked like this. I reach up and roar, limbs grasping at the air, just like that. Explain that I was mad from hunger. Rancid cocks their head to the side but says nothing. They step forward, mimicking your natural gait. Then another step, then another. Meet Rancid halfway. Step by step, you and Rancid come closer. Rancid reaches out a paw. There's something in it, a red flower. It smells delicious. It's all you can do not to snap it up instantly. Found this, saving it, Okotori, to soothe everyone's aches and hunger. Leave the flower for my friends to share. You reach out and close Rancid's paw around the red flower. Rancid looks at you for a moment, then lowers their paw. If you can control yourself, come to the crack in the wall. Lindity needs you. Rock needs you. Gory needs to talk to someone who's not a rock. I need you too. Oh! Rancid turns and runs, 2 steps, 3, and a jump. They turn and stretch, vanishing among the thickest parts of the eyeberry bush. You are alone in the clearing. Okay, we have to reserve as many breaks as possible. Okay. Dirt farm. Join Sloggoth and visit some farmers? Trade Hill. Go with Sloggoth on an important mission. Sloggoth's mission involves carrying 2 boxes somewhere just outside the Sharps. Despite his great strength, Sloggoth doesn't carry anything. What about having to do all this work? Glorp and Snargle tell you to be quiet. Gorogo looks fearfully at Sloggoth. Remember my rules for Trade Hill. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. Don't even think. You can't stop me from thinking. You think about beetles. The tastiest ones have iridescent purple carapaces. You think about that time Gory said fish were smarter than monsters. You think about a huge monster with a giant mouth looking sadly down at you as you fall from a great height. Splat! Wait, what was that? Why did I remember that? Was that Gatrag? The memory fades as quickly as it came. Isbel respects me and only me. Attract her attention and she'll eat you, and I'll let her eat you. Trade Hill doesn't seem quite this steep the last time you were here. The box you're carrying seems to grow twice as heavy as you look up and up and up and up. Gorogu watches you struggle with the box for a moment, then steps in and picks up the other end of it. Haha, we're flanking it now. Aww. On top of the hill, you see an adult monster, far bigger and stronger than anyone in the gang. Follow Sloggoth to the adult. Yes, we got... we're running low on everything, though. You walk with confidence, not letting the adult's presence intimidate you. Oh, there, Sloggoth. You have the stuff for me? Sloggoth opens a box, revealing the contents. Salts infused with different flavors. Mushroom, different herbs, green worm, red worm, roach, another kind of roach. Think about eating all that delicious food. You drool so much that the dirt under your feet starts turning into mud. Looking around, you see you're not the only hungry one. You notice that Snargle isn't drooling. She looks around at the other hammers with a disgusted look. Now, tell me what my enemies are up to. Oh, I lost some points there. There are many in Ash who know your name, Sir Sloggoth. They know the day you invade the city is coming. They fear you and hate you. They will fight you fiercely. But I and my friends know you will save us all. The elders will cower before you. You catch the corners of her mouth, quirking up in a grin when Sloggoth isn't looking. Stay silent for now. Sloggoth grins and eats up every flattering word. Isbel finishes her story and hands Sloggoth a big ball of foul-smelling blue slime. Sloggoth devours it in a single bite. Isbel picks up both heavy boxes with one huge paw. I'll see you again. Leave me the usual signal when you have enough to trade. I'll see you then, Isbel. Hammers, we're done here. Let's go home. Grogu and Snargle don't say anything as you all make your way off the hill. How odd. I'm just trying to conserve my points for my friends. Join Sloggoth and visit some farmers. The trough is as soggy as ever, though this little patch smells slightly nicer than most. The moist ground has a rich, earthy stink to it. You see these monsters? I broke their spirits myself. Two filthy adolescents look up as you approach. One of them slides sadly as he sees Sloggoth. The farmer's gaze shifts to you. His eyes go wide in recognition. Huh? The little farmer bolts. What? It's Get him! You take 3 long strides and catch. I remember This is the monster who tried to sell you to Sloggoth when you were a newborn. Is an adolescent now. He looks weak, bigger than when he tried to keep Ruck. Rolls himself into a ball. Please pity Ut. Ut is just a farmer now, please. Give him a little kick. Kick! Feels so good. Well, it probably doesn't feel good to Ut. The other farmer sighs. He cries more than he farms, Sloggoth. He cries more than he farms, sir. Sloggoth is standing behind you now. You feel his hot breath on the back of your head. How did he do that without my hearing him? Perhaps it's just the softness of the ground. Sloggoth puts one paw on your shoulder and leans past you. His teeth are almost touching your left eye. You flinch a bit as the teeth move. Remind this one who's in charge. Explain at length in details, just as Sloggoth said. Just point at Sloggoth or Glump. Fudge. Hurt Glump. Glump looks from you to Sloggoth and holds up his rake in a defensive posture. Sort of wave my claws at him, but don't actually cut him. Glump sees what you're doing and pretends that you knocked his rake out of his paws. Eyeing Sloggoth fearfully, Glump kneels down to pick up his rake. Put on a show, take a running leap at him, but don't connect. You slip and fall in a way that makes Sloggoth think you're trying to hurt Glump. Glump nods gratefully to you for only pretending to hurt him. Oh, that worked out well. Glump lies on the ground, heaving and leaking slime. Sloggoth claps his paws and laughs. Anyway, Ut wanted to join me. Remember how I said you're the worst, puddle brains? Shrug. Sloggoth casually swats you into the mud. Ut wasn't good enough to be the worst. He couldn't even lie convincingly to that stupid elder, so he farms now. He hates farming, but he hates being killed even more. Glump raises one paw and takes a deep, ragged breath. Sloggoth, sir, Ut's worse than useless here. Why don't you kill him? I would have more food to give you if you did. I said he lives for now, and I said he farms forever. You question my orders? Glump shakes his head and backs away. Okay, we're done here. Get the stuff and let's get back to the lair. Under Sloggoth's supervision, you gather up a basket of pungent herbs. You haul the basket back to the lair. Joke around with the other hammers about what Sloggoth did. Yes, thank goodness, get some of our brains back. Go to see what's going on in the dining hall. Something seems different about the dining hall today. The crowd inside already seems agitated. The hammers line up under Sloggoth's watchful eye. He steps away from the table, revealing less food than usual. I am not using brains, except for on my friends. You make your way closer to the table. Nobody tries to stop you. What gives, boss? Who didn't do their share of foraging? Sloggoth stares at Pabalot until the smaller monster crouches down in submission. Just wait. The tree of the hammers must be watered from time to time with the slime of the weak. So no line today. Who is the strongest? Let's find out. He turns and walks out of the room, leaving the table unguarded. Monsters claw and bite and kick at each other. For one brief moment, everyone's too busy fighting over the food to actually get the food. Push and shove and kick and punch and eat all the things. Okay, fine, we'll use a little bit of brains. You jump up on the table. There's plenty of room with so little food here. A roar splits the air, echoing back and forth from the stone walls. You surprise even yourself with the power of your voice. Most of them stop fighting and look your way. Joel doesn't stop strangling Garogo until Snargle knocks him away. You intimidate the hammers into a line just the way Sloggoth would. Nobody eats much, but everybody gets a few bites. You get some of what's left. There isn't much, but you save a few choices of self-fungus. The other monsters whisper among themselves as you walk out the hall. They don't sound angry. Okay, dirt farm or pasture? I don't think we've been to the pasture. Let's check that out. Visit the pasture again. Apparently we have been to the pasture. I just don't remember. You don't see any guards today. Just 3 half-melted adults sitting quietly. And there's food. It's a strange black paste. It smells filling. One mostly dissolved adult looks directly at you. Here to steal? A bubble rises from her back. Pop! I don't care. Stay a bit. I'll tell you a secret. After speaking those words, she has to stop and catch her breath. I don't want to use all my brains. Yuglu oozes down a shallow slope among the jutting rocks. Once I'd have broken you in 2 with one paw. She looks at what's left of her arm. Yuglu struggles to move up the flight of broken stone stairs. Your monstrous instincts rise up. It would be so easy to torment such a slow, weak creature. Do nothing. Yuglu stumbles and oozes onward. The vat soon comes into view. A guard stands up, but Yuglu makes a shooing gesture at him. Whatever. On the widest walkway, Yuglu pauses. It's about food. Herbs. I never ate the right herbs. Gatrag's words. You need the right ones to survive, to become an elder. She wheezes and bubbles, trying to get out a few more words. Listen closely. We're already here. Twice as much blue moss as black fern. The old adult's information calls up memories. You're not sure from where. Something about a concoction of some kind? It's all I know, and it wasn't enough. Yuglu hesitates for a moment. The sight of her makes your throat clench and your lips pull away from your teeth. But if we use all of our brains for this, we're not going to have brains to be nice to our friends. Yuglu lets herself fall into the vat. The adult disintegrates. Within a few moments, you can barely tell where she fell. A few teeth and claws drift to the bottom of the vat. Hey, you! Did you say something about herbs? The guard flexes his claws, standing between you and the only escape route. He holds his spear casually, but the metal part is oriented in your direction. Why don't you tell me exactly what he said? He leans forward with the spear, is now even closer to your face. Tell him everything I know. The guard nods and smiles. Twice as much blue moss as black fern, huh? I bet Isbel will give me some decent snacks for this information. Elder Gatrag says one monster can keep a secret if the other monsters are dead. Or was it two can keep a secret if there are 3 dead secrets? The guard scratches his head, shrugs, and raises his spear. Well, you can't be too careful. He swings his spear close to your neck as he hops into the rim of the vat. Shove him into the vat. He's almost ready for it, despite your surge of movement. He falls, but he manages to give you a wicked scratch with the spear. You hear more guards coming with the sound of the splash. You escape before the other guards catch sight of you. Molo, what's going on? What's that noise? I don't want to talk about it. Dirt farm. Go with Snargle and Garogu to collect tribute. A shallow rise marks the place where the 3 little slime farms come together. 5 farmers wait for you beside a high stack of crude baskets. The baskets variously drip ooze and just sit there. Smile at the farmers. They seem even more nervous when you do that. Hail, Sloggoth the Mighty! Oh, hail, where is he? Be nice and friendly for now. The farmer smiles weakly up at you. It's just us today. Sloggoth doesn't need to do everything himself. Heh. You 3 can't carry all this tribute. We'll keep some, for later. Lay back and let Snargle handle it. We'll hurt you, and then we'll take some more. We'll break your rakes, too. I like breaking rakes. Our rakes? That's the last straw. Everybody, it's time to fight back. Several farmers have drawn closer while you weren't looking. We're gonna use all of our stuff again. Not be nice to our friends. You prevent the fight from breaking out by picking up a rend over your head with one paw. Everyone, even Snargle, looks to you with respect. What's your idea, Big Shot? How can we move all this stuff? Garogu kicks the farmer one more time. Not like this guy's going to be of any help for a while. You notice that Snargle and Garogu are both drooling as they look down at the fallen farmer. Snargle's stomach growls. Leave the rest for the farmers. Get rid of the farmers who fled and make them carry the food back to the lair. Just take what we can, leave the rest for the farmers. You direct Garogu and Snargle to each take 3 baskets, then pick up 3 yourself. Are you really doing this? It's nice of you. Erend backs away, paws up. I'll just wait over here out of reach. Erend doesn't go to help the fallen farmer until your group is well away. As you pass over the high ground, you see all the farmers gathering together where you left the extra food, talking and looking in your direction. You deliver the food to the dining hall and have a short nap. That was hard work. Okay, we got some of those brains back. Have an interesting dream. Also have a sip of tea. In your dream, everything is green. Green like the rim of the vat, green like the face of a monster I feel I should know, green like the plants rimming the world's edge. Green like the rim of the vat. The slime fills your eyes. You are one with the vat. In your dream, a monster screams as the ground trembles. It's Gratrag. As you dream, you bend. Twist. Ooh. Get a high max guts, gets a high max brains. Heck yeah. Grow. Oh, are we an adult now? Your body doesn't fit you anymore. The limbs are too long, the hide is too thick, everything feels wrong. Scream. Your new voice is so loud that your new ears start ringing. Gang members in the little room that seemed much bigger when you went to sleep startle awake. Joel points a tendril at you and shouts. Clort holds up his paws, not to attack, but to shield himself. Reassure the hammers. Tell them it's just me, and I mean them no harm. You speak in low, slow tones for a moment. They seem to believe you. Oh no, but then something happened and I didn't read it fast enough because I accidentally clicked. Chagar runs out the door, followed by Biribiri and Verduk. You cowards, wait for me! Snargle tries to hide behind Garogu, who's already trying to hide behind her. They both end up piled together in a corner. Sloggoth strides into the room, a few moments later rubbing sleep from his eyes. An intruder? No, it's you! Stare down at Sloggoth. Sloggoth looks up at you, clenching his paws into fists, then turns away with a snarl. The other hammers cringe and stare. Even the ones who fled came back and stand at the door watching. You've grown up so quickly. He looks to one side, then the other, considering you. This only makes you more useful to me. You'd like to be useful, wouldn't you? You'd like to help me achieve my destiny? Snargle stands up, dusting herself off. Her eye focuses on Sloggoth, then moves to watch your face. Everyone is looking at your face now. Sloggoth steps closer to you. He's the biggest adolescent in the Sharps, but he barely comes up to your shoulder. I bet I know what you're thinking. You think you can beat me now, don't you? Tell him that's not what I was thinking. Of course not. If you can beat me, every hammer in here will turn on me and make you boss. If not, you will bow to me, and when I'm ready, you're going to help me destroy Astrasil's coop. Sloggoth pats the fur on his chest. This gesture seems familiar. Sloggoth attacks. Sloggoth rummages around under the thick fur on his chest, grinning. Smash him. You clout Sloggoth in the head. He takes a hit and grunts, but he's smiling. Sloggoth draws an object from under his fur. A picture. Focus on Sloggoth, don't get distracted. You manage not to look directly at the picture, but only for a moment, and then... we wasted the brains for nothing! The half-face in the picture is human, a soft eye, fangless mouth, unblemished skin, and groomed black hair. What? This is not fair! You can't even complain out loud, then Sloggoth thumps you again, and you can't even move to defend yourself. Sloggoth nods to himself, satisfied. I wasted those brains for nothing! The other monsters are on their knees or backs, staring at the picture along with you. Powerful need troubles your heart, a sense of longing. Stare at the picture. The half-face of a human excites you, but also calms you. The picture brings bliss. Sloggoth takes the picture away. You slump. I've seen you fight, salt and slime. I've fought you before. You have tricks, brains. But I guess now. You're not the only one who can fight smart. And let's face it, I'm the smartest one there is. Sloggoth taps his head with one claw and turns to grin at everyone in the room. In a few weeks, I'll lead the entire gang against the coop. Then I may let you see it again. Sloggoth tucks the human image away. The picture's abrupt absence carves a slice out of your heart. You feel empty. Just be empty. Nobody bothers you while your flesh heals. Your mind and spirit get no rest. Do we go to the coop now? And risk it? Or do we try to hope that we get more brains from one of these? Go to the crack in the wall like Rancid said. It's easy to sneak up to the crack in the base of the wall. The lookout can't see that side of the coop. The dirt that filled the crack has been dug out. You knock on the wall once, twice, 3 times, and wait. Nothing. Wait. It's been a while and still nothing. Keep waiting. Nobody has come to the other side of the crack. You hear some monsterlings talking inside the coop, but not your friends. Keep waiting. There isn't room to pace back and forth under the plastic sheet, but you fidget for all you're worth. You turn to leave. Lindity is standing just outside of the cover of the plastic sheet. It is you, isn't it? Rancid said that you're yourself again. Not starving. Not crazed. Hold on to my calm. Your voice is deeper. Darker. Tell her I'm an adult now. She looks up at you. Way up. And nods. How is living outside? Tell her I'm keeping things under control, because I'm a natural leader. You were always brave and strong. Have you heard about the situation in the coop? Listen attentively. Lindity smiles as you hunker down and focus on her words. Monsterlings keep growing up, and then they get taken away. Astrasil gives new adolescence to these adults who come whenever someone grows up. We don't know what happens to them after that. Rancid's been slipping outside to look for a safe place. Hasn't found one, though. What's happening out there in the Sharps? She seems eager. You can't help but think of how Sloggoth has enthralled you with the photograph. Tell her everything. All the good and all the bad. You tell Lindity about your life and Sloggoth's gang. Sounds like outside is worse than here. Someone inside the coop yells Lindity's name. Lindity looks towards the gate, which is cracked open. I have to go now. I'll tell the others you're, you again. Come back later. Gory won't say it, but he misses you a lot. Aww. You avoid the gaze of the lookout and scuttle back to the Sharps. Okay, well, we still have some brains to be nice. Let's go to the farms. I don't like these stupid farmers. I don't like your stupid face. The pair fall behind you as they begin to fight. Let them fight for a while. You pause while the two smaller monsters tussle for a while. Grogu drives Clorped to the ground with a flurry of kicks. Clorped lies there for a while, catching their breath. I'll get you next time. He stands up, and your group moves on. You arrive at the damp patch. Looks up at you, taking in your size and appearance. He recognizes you eventually. Crumples into a ball and bursts into tears. Oh my gosh, excuse me again. Crumples into a ball and bursts into tears. Glump scowls at him. Whimpers like a monsterling. Wouldn't it be nice to just give him a kick while he's down? Just one kick, though. It feels good. Glump regards sadly. This one's terrible. I've said it before. Glump prods with his rake. Well, the boss said your responsibility was to get him in line. But he didn't say how. All I know is farming. Well, you should have farmed him. Sloggoth said, we get to kick you if you didn't make this work. Make a big show of yelling at him, but don't actually hurt him. You growl and snarl and shout and yell and roar. Echoes resound from distant Trade Hill and the roof of the great cavern. Glump cringes and lies on the muddy ground, muttering with his eyes closed. Wow, you beat him up with your voice. When you let up, Glump is dazed and unsteady. He gets to his feet and with the help of the rake. You turn to the pile of herbs. Some are wet, some are dried. All are pungent. Just smelling them is restorative. This ground is the best patch of the trough. Even can't grow bad herbs here. Just wish he grew more. Steal a mouthful of herbs surreptitiously. You scarf down some of the green stuff while the others are distracted. It burns so good as you increase your maximum brains. As Grogu and Clorped walk away carrying part of the tribute, you nearly trip over a pathetic Don't hurt No, I want to save my brains, so... It's the one person I don't really care about because he was trying to sell me. Does not deserve this. Not fair, not fair. Hammers always hurt. Pumpkins always hurt. Memory kicked in the eye. Hey, shut up over there if you don't want me to kick both your salting eyes. No! Oh gosh dang, I clicked too fast again. Something happened and then Grogu easily holds back with one foot. Shrieks and howls, trying to reach Grogu's body with his claws. Step out with careful words, step out with a few loud angry words, stop Grogu tormenting You give Grogu a look and he stops holding the farmer back. Runs away and dives into a pile of mulch. His muffled sobs go on while Grogu and Clorped gather up the tribute. You cross the sharps with bundles of herbs, leaving a redolent trail in the air behind you. When you return to the lair, you have a chance for a little rest and relaxation. Finally we're getting some brains. Sneak around the pasture. You look down on the pasture from the remaining half of the collapsed tower. There's only one adult there right now. He was feathery the last time you were here. Now he's barely more than a slimy puddle. He's not alone, though. Elder Gatrag opens a sack. He drops some dried herbs in the puddle. The puddle roils and twitches and foams, then seems to solidify for a moment. Interesting. You're sure you didn't make any noise, but Gatrag points a claw at you. Come, thief. Hold this bag. I will give you a treat. Come, thief. Hold this bag. I will give you a treat. He turns to look directly at you. His eyes smolder with strange intensity. Sure, but keep up my defenses. Gatrag's expression becomes less intense as he watches you pick up the bag. You have no idea what he's thinking. You see, little feral, I need both paws free for this. He picks up a wooden board with markings on it and crosses something off with a sharp claw gesture. I can't stop her from dissolving. It's far too late. But I'm gathering data for an experiment. A human art that I rediscovered. Gatrag raises the board, shakes it a little, then lowers it again. I doubt you'd understand. Study the symbols on the wooden board. Woo! Something about them is so familiar. It's writing. You know what writing is, somehow. You remember teaching Gatrag to read. Can that be right? Collecting written materials in the heap. Wait, what's the heap? Grinding leaves and roots and dried berries, dividing them into many small bowls and bottles. Your whole body trembles. You recall, imagine, arguing with Gatrag and Astrasil about what to teach others, about whether to teach others how to write, scribing symbols on a wooden plank, much like this one, a recipe with moss and ferns. Gatrag removes a blue speckled egg from the bag and cracks it. He throws the egg shell into the puddle. The puddle ripples with blue pigment. Gatrag makes another mark on his board. He gestures to the egg's spilled innards. For you, the egg of the crying cuckoo, eaten exactly 2 days after it was laid, can enhance one's ferocity. Devour it. Slurp. Not bad. Your maximum guts increased. Gatrag watches you, making more marks on a different part of the wooden board. You are part of the experiment now too, young one. Gatrag frowns. You know, there's something about your eyes. He pulls an intact reddish egg from a second bag. This one is a trap. He holds the egg out to you, his voice almost a purr. But not a harmful one. We will both learn from it. Eat it. You gulp, gulp. You swallow the egg whole. Gatrag turns purple. Karsk and the other guard turns purple. Everything turns purple. Is my fur melting or just purple? Interesting indeed. Don't fight the effects. I promise you'll feel absolutely no pain. You hear whistling. Purple Gatrag's purple guards draw close, raising their purple spears. Take this one to the tethers. I need to perform an examination. Yes, Elder. I'm just kind of curious to see what happens. I don't have enough willpower to resist. Purple. You feel the guards dragging you along the rocky, purple ground. You feel nothing. I must be purple, asleep. You dream. Is this a dream? I'm not purple, sure. This should be enough. I am intrigued. Ow, what just purple stabbed me? Leave the feral. Perhaps in the future. You bet. You open your eyes. You blink 10 times and wince at the sharp pain in your arm. A small chunk of your flesh is missing. It doesn't look like a bite or a claw mark. You return to the hammer layer and rest for a little while. Oh, okay. Let's leave it there for now. We're still in chapter 4. When did that happen? Hold on, chapter 4? I must not have been paying attention. Maybe we're now in chapter 4. So at some point we ended up in chapter 4. We finally met Gatrag. I'm interested to see what experiments, what the results of these experiments are. I'm glad we saved up some brains, so hopefully we can be nice to our friends at the wall next time. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!